Welcome back, everybody. It's brunch time on today's show, and if you have never been to the Heidel House in Green Lake for brunch, you really should go. They do wonderful brunches every Sunday. They do extra special brunches for Easter and Mother's Day. I was just telling Chef Brian that I used to take the kids when they were little to Mother's Day and Easter brunch there all the time because you have the bunny, you go all out.
We do. The Easter bunny comes in. We do a Easter egg hunt on the front lawn that morning. And then we have several seatings throughout the day at the Grey Rock Mansion. And then the Easter Bunny will come around and talk with the children.
It's fun. We have pictures of the kids looking for Easter eggs and there's snow. That might be
snow. Yeah. It's luckily for us, all the snow's gone, but the ice, the ice is still on the lake.
But it's a nice place to go if you want to get dressed up and have a really special brunch. They do some really special things, including flaming Armaretto pancakes. I'm pretty excited about these. So never heard of anything like that before. So we're going to start with the pancake batter.
Yes, we're going to start with a few cups of regular all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And then we're going to do all the dry ingredients first. So a little bit of baking powder.
Okay.
Some kosher salt. And then just basic table sugar if it wants to come out.
Perfect.
And then we're just going to whisk this all together to combine the ingredients.
You don't have to sift anymore, which is nice. We just whisk and it does the trick.
The regular AP flour nowadays is nice and smooth, so you don't have to do a whole lot with it.
Great.
And then in the second bowl, we're going to combine our wet ingredients. So this is buttermilk. Buttermilk adds a really nice texture to batters versus just regular milk or heavy cream.
Good tip.
We also have some just melted butter.
Okay.
And we use clarified butter just because it's a little bit healthier. And then 2 cracked eggs. And I always like to put vanilla in my batters. Sweetens it up a little bit.
Nice.
And we're going to whisk these ingredients together here just a little bit, and then we'll combine the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients a little bit at a time. You don't want to dump it all in.
Okay.
Dump a little and then we'll stop.
Uh-huh.
Usually in about 3 parts is what I like to do.
Okay.
Typically with the batters that I use, we like to let them rest for a few minutes before we use them. It doesn't really matter, it just takes some of the air out of the batter.
Okay. And this is always on the menu, on the brunch menu.
It
so
is.
If you don't feel like making these, I imagine for Easter brunch you're getting pretty booked up.
We are. We have 4 seatings right now. We do a 9, an 11, a 12:30, and a 2. And we can seat approximately about 125 people a seating. So we're looking to do about 500 for brunch.
Okay, so you might be able to get in on it. Call right away, though, right?
It is. It's a busy day.
So it's a pretty thick pancake batter.
It is.
And you want it to be like that, huh?
It's just a little too thick.
So thin it with a little more buttermilk?
Yes.
You go right ahead and get it. And I can, you just kind of got a feel for it, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Baking, they say that you need to have exact measurements. But from what I found out of my years of experience, sometimes the recipes you get, unless you make them themselves, could be a little off.
Sure. And this looks more like pancake batter.
Yes, that looks good.
Perfect. But it is a thicker, yeah.
It is a little bit of a thicker batter because for our basis, we're doing it in a saute pan, table side. So you need to be able to flip the pancake and then you're going to flame it with the amaretto and kind of give the guests a show.
Very cool. Okay, so you do this right at the table.
It's on a buffet line.
Buffet, sure.
Right next to the omelets. You want to make sure you have your pan is good and hot.
Nice and hot.
Because if it's not hot, then your pancake is going to stick.
Okay, and about how big a pancake? Are we just going to do one or?
One ladle.
Okay.
Right in the middle would be
Right
fine.
in the middle.
It's typically about a 6-ounce pancake is what it is.
Now, of course, that pan should be that perfect temperature. And the first pancake never turns out. No. It's always like the 2 or 3 that turn out better.
It is.
So and we have an electric stovetop here, which isn't the ideal, so I pulled it off. So may take just a minute or 2, but what are we looking for here?
Typically, when you know your batter is getting good is you'll start to see some bubbling around the edge and then some bubbling in the middle of the pancake. If you turn it too soon, you're going to have a mushy pancake.
Okay.
It's going to be runny on the inside, so you really want to make sure that it gets nice and bubbly around the outside at least. And then as it sits longer, you'll see a little bit more bubbles in the middle. But it is, usually the first pancake or 2 can be a little off.
That's all right.
You don't get the colors you're looking for.
We'll give that one to Ann. Oh, I'm kidding. We love Ann. Okay, so tell me about, while we're waiting for this pancake to do its thing, some of the other brunch items that you're doing.
This year we're doing an apricot glazed pork loin.
Ooh.
And we're doing a beef tenderloin as well. We have several items on. We're doing a peanut butter and banana stuffed French toast.
Oh my gosh,
We have a whole complement: smoked salmon, We really try to take it to the next level, as close to fine dining as possible, and it still stays relatively reasonable. It's $24 a person for adults.
That is
so
reasonable.
It's not
yeah.
too bad.
You go to some of the big cities, and the brunches now are, $100 a person. It's crazy.
Yes.
So
We try to, still steer to the local community as well.
So this is starting to look pretty good.
It looks pretty good. We could give it a whirl on flipping it.
You think?
Looks,
Minute or so?
yes, we can give it another minute.
Okay, we're almost there. Now here's the
That's
trick. So we've got a bottle of Armaretto, and we're so I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it. So all right, you trust me on this one?
Oh yeah. There you go.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
And we're just going to kind of place it in the middle of the pan.
Okay.
We want to give it a minute because if you flame it too soon, the pancake's not going to be done and it gets soggy.
Okay.
That is the thing with the Armaretto, is if the pancake's not done, then all you're going to give them is a soggy Armaretto pancake.
So we're actually going to do this, flame this. So you flame this at the table side.
We do. We use little portable stoves that are gas.
Sure.
So once this pan's nice and hot, when you rim it with the Amaretto and tip the pan off to the side, then it goes poof. And
all right, we'll see
gives
what
a
happens. We'll
gorgeous
see
flame.
what happens. If
So,
not, we've got our
yeah. I don't.
back up.
And typically, because we don't have an open flame, it might not go.
There we go. We got a little bit of a flame there.
Yeah.
But that gives it some nice flavor, too.
It is the basic. You can smell in the kitchen right now. All you can smell is the cooked Amaretto. So it does add a really good flavor to the pancake.
And that Armaretto is like an almond, yummy liqueur. So
It is.
then you serve this with syrup or fruit or?
Either above. We have quite a bit of an array of sides to serve with. We have lots of fresh fruit, a couple different syrups. We also have some yogurts this year. We're doing a build your own yogurt parfait bar.
Nice.
So we have some fresh yogurts, Greek yogurt, regular yogurt.
Yum.
And then all the fresh fruit to accompany that.
Well, this is pancake number one. We'll make a couple other prettier ones, I promise you. And Chef's going to stick around. What are we making next time?
We have a prosciutto and egg cup. Something really easy you can do at home or see at the restaurant. It's very simple.
Sounds great. And if you're interested in having brunch at the Heidel House sometime, just give them a call. They would be happy to hopefully get you in.
Yeah, more the merrier.
Coming up, some more fun brunch recipes, including a fresh fruit salad with a homemade poppy seed dressing and the classic croque madame. So stay with us. We'll be back.